Good evening and welcome. Tonight's video is going to be very special. We have some Japanese Wagyu A5. There's a bit of the sirloin here. We're going to be cooking this up. I've done a very similar video to this previously, where we did American Wagyu and some fried rice, kind of teppanyaki style. And I had made a joke on the channel, if you've been following, that, if I get to 12,000 subscribers, maybe I'll get actual Japanese Wagyu beef. We then shot way past that. We're above 30,000 and growing. It's amazing. But getting around to doing the actual Japanese Wagyu, just have a small bit of the sirloin here. This is extremely expensive. You can see how rich and marbled the Wagyu beef is. So we're going to be doing this. We'll do a simple soup to start things off, and then we will finish with some of that fried rice. So, real quickly, I'm just going to do a tiny bit of trim here. Give ourselves a nice, perfect rectangle here. And this is also going to give me a couple bits of meat to be able to use for the fried rice. I'm going to incorporate this into that. Just going to do a quick slice. This is so tender with that fat. It melts so quickly, literally at room temperature. So I'm just going to get those pieces sliced up, and this is going back in the fridge while we prep other things, because we don't want that delicious fat to melt while we're just waiting around to cook it. Alright, so I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, let me shift my board a little here. And got these green onions, got a little bit, this is spinach and arugula. This is like a very simple soup I'm making a riff on. We're just going to do just a little bit of a slice on these greens. Nothing fancy. Then I've got some Brussels sprouts. Gonna slice up a little bit here. We're just kind of gonna make some shreds. Don't need a lot. Those up a bit. Let's grab our green onions here. Take off the roots there. These squaggly ends. Just gonna slice these up like this. Give myself some little pieces. We're going to use these in our soup and in our rice. Okay. Alright, we're just about done with our soup. Like I said, this is a super easy idea. I'm just going to take some of these greens, put them in my bowl. Same with Brussels here. Just put them all in with it. And then some of my scallions. And I'll save those for fried rice. Okay, so I have my veg in there, and then I've just boiled some chicken stock, and we're just going to pour that over. Really couldn't be simpler. A nice fresh bit of veg and some hot chicken broth. Very comforting and fresh feeling. So that's a soup we can enjoy as an appetizer to our meal of Japanese Wagyu. Alright. For the fried rice, I'm going to be cooking up some slices of garlic. Let's take off the ends here. And let's just give these a little press. You can free the cloves from their skins. Okay, and then these, we're just going to do really thin slices. Alright, those are our garlic slices that will fry up. We have our green onions, and then we just need to take an egg. And we will lightly beat that. So we can use that for our fried rice as well. And that is all we need to do in terms of prep. Alright, let's get started cooking. But one thing first. Alright, for the chef, thought we should do something very special tonight to suit the occasion. We have some Lagavulin Scotch whiskey from Isla, and this is the Offerman edition, which has a Caribbean rum cask finish, which some of my favorite whiskeys do this. I think it's, when done well, is really wonderful. Don't know who this Nick Offerman is. Must be some dude from history, but he must be an alright guy. He's produced this with Lagavulin. It says, I have traveled the world and sampled many attempts at pleasing nectars, but it is solely this distillation of Isla, a tiny charismatic Scottish isle, that has claimed my palate, yea, and my heart into the bargain. Nick Offerman. And it's being a cask finish, it's strong, so 46% ABV. So, it's so fancy. We're going to try a very fancy glass here. Which I have no idea what this does. I think it just makes the whiskey more expensive. But this is a chance to amortize the cost of the glass, I guess. That is so good. Lagavulin can be so smooth, so smoky. Smoky and smooth. Really magically so. And this just has that kind of extra smooth blending of flavors with the rum cask. And, I do have a glass for water, which you can add, just drop, change the nature of the whiskey. It's often the key to getting great flavor. I don't always find that to be the case. It's pretty good. That's what my sophisticated taste buds can tell you. Incredibly delicious. Alright, let's get cooking. Alright, the pan is heating. We're going to start with our garlic chips. Let's get some oil in. We're going to make a nice garlic oil, basically. Let that heat up. I'm just kind of gently gonna cook this. I really don't want to burn it. We are gonna get them kind of toasty golden brown. was starting to heat up there, so bring that off the heat for a moment. And we're gonna deep frying. My plate. These are getting happy. Great aromas from that garlic oil. We're going to save that as well. Okay, pan is back on the heat. I've gone ahead and wiped that out. I'm going to add some fresh oil. Since the meat is so amazing, I really want to keep it a pure flavor. So I wiped that garlic oil out. I think most anything else, I probably would have left that in there for the amazing flavor. But you really want to get the experience of the actual taste of just this incredible Japanese wok. Right, and because it is so thin, it's going to cook very quickly. Any further than that. Alright, we have our supplies ready for our fried rice. Get the heat back on the stove here, and I'm going to switch pans. Okay, let's get some butter melting in our pan here. I've got a separate pan ready for my egg. Could do it all in one, but kind of like the approach where I can separate it out and get the egg where I want it to be. Add in my bits of beef. Green onions. Some salt in there. Pepper. And some of our soy, using the Sakura shoyu. Chips. And of course that amazing garlic oil. And we are going to be ready to serve. Okay, we have this delicious bowl of fried rice. And let's have a look at this Wagyu we've prepared. to serve, have some soy sauce, and I sadly don't have fresh wasabi. I wish we did. So it's coming from a tube, but we're going to add a little bit. To accompany this if desired. And then some additional salt. Now, I think I'm going to have to sample this. It looks amazing, smells mouth-wateringly good. Just heavenly. Really is almost like candy. Really spectacular. Try a little soy. Absolutely delightful. This was a splurge. This is not something you can do every day, but I'm very thankful to get to try this, to share it with you. And thank you for subscribing to the channel and being part of this. This kind of came from the early, sort of seemed like the start of the growth, but here we are, and I'm just so thankful for all of you. And please enjoy and have a wonderful evening.